YouTube crew, what is going on? And welcome back to another video. Now today I'm taking you through my Rebirth strategy. What is my mindset throughout a game of Rebirth? How do I determine who to push? How can you get more kills and die less? Now this is for beginners and advanced players because it's gameplay strategy. So as always, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you are looking to continue getting better at Warzone, make sure you are subscribed with that notification bell turned on. I do daily videos here trying to help you get better. So make sure you are subscribed, make sure you have that notification bell turned on. Let's go hashtag Rebirth down in the comments below and let's get into it. Okay, so as we're dropping in here, we're going to go ahead and win early game, and once we get loadout is when this gameplay strategy really kicks in. You know, when you're dropping in, the most important thing is to win early game, get your loadout, and then you can start to determine who to push. And if you've caught me on stream, you know that I always talk about strategic aggressiveness. This is my gameplay strategy to ultimately get kills and die less. I want to be aggressive. I want to be going after kills. I want to be dropping, 20 kill games, potentially a 30 kill game. But I don't want to do it at the expense of dying 4, 5, 6 times. I want to have a clean game as much as possible. And by doing that, by being strategic about who we push, by putting ourselves in strategic situations, we can accomplish this goal. So really what we're looking at here is trying to get easy kills, trying to find people that are separated from their team, put ourselves in situations where, we're not having to fight 2, 3, 4 people at one time. Put ourselves in situations where, we can pick off one opponent at a time. So I see this guy here. I'm going to go ahead and touch him up a little bit with the XM4. And we are running the M4 and the AMP63 this game. This was actually my gameplay footage for the AMP63 video that I did, talking about the best secondary if you want to go Ghost or something. I actually think I went Ghost this game because I was getting frustrated with Tempered a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and push over this way. Now my teammates are fighting this way. Now notice this one guy in the building. That's who I'm kind of looking at. I'm going to down that person. So let's go ahead and rotate over. We have a lot of people over here, but they're kind of spread out a little bit. They're kind of easy kills. So I'm going to go ahead and use this jump spot here to go ahead and get that guy. I'm going to go ahead and get the throwing knife. And now I'm going to rotate down. I heard this self-revive go off, so I'm going to go ahead and push that person. And what you're going to see here is in probably about 45 seconds to a minute, I'm going to have 7 kills. And I haven't really done much. I haven't put myself in any bad situations. We're going to go ahead and rotate in. I'm going to go ahead and hit all my shots there. And as I said, this is for beginners and advanced players. My advanced players, what you're really looking at is your pace of play. Your pace of play is really going to be increased as you get better, which allows you to put yourself into more situations where you're being strategically aggressive. My beginner players, same thing applies to you. As you get better, you'll start to play faster. So there's kill number 4. Fresh comms out that there's one up front. I'm going to go ahead and get that kill. That's an easy kill right there. And notice how separated they are, right? There's kind of 3 guys. They're pretty separated in terms of their spacing, which gives us an advantage. So I'm going to go ahead and push up here this guy kind of in these buildings right here. And I hear fighting right ahead of me. So instead of just pushing this, I'm going to be strategic. Give this half a second. See what I find. This guy pushes through. Boom. Go ahead and get that guy. We're going to go ahead and get this team up here. And now I push into 10 here. That guy gets down and thirsted. And nobody really had plates, but that's not my problem. That's an advantage. That's part of being strategically aggressive. Notice I have 7 kills. I haven't done much, right? They've all been easy. So now, this is another part of being strategically aggressive that I want to talk about. If there is a place that you do not fight well, lately, I have not been fighting well at control. For whatever reason, I just haven't been fighting well. I got to figure it out. But it's okay to avoid that situation. Especially as a team, if your team doesn't fight well at bio, don't go bio, right? It's that simple. Just avoid that situation. Go push another team. There's plenty of teams to push. There might come a time where you have to push a team there and you'll have to figure it out. But with 12 teams still up, I don't have to push over towards control. So I'm going to go ahead and play top here. There's a lot of people down below me, and I'm not just full sending this. I'm not putting myself in a situation where I'm going to take a lot of damage and have to constantly finesse. So I'm going to go ahead and get this guy right here. I see 3 more below me, okay? So I know they're below me. I'm going to go ahead and push over this way a little bit, see what I can find. Kind of holding this alley. I saw somebody peek there before. And just rotating over again. I don't really have a UAV up, so I'm not totally sure where they are. I'm not just going to kind of run throughout the building. I'm trying to get a sense of where somebody is so that, again, I can get an easy knock, use that mini-map to my advantage, and ultimately figure out where everybody else is. And we're going to end up with 22 in this game. That's what I'm telling you. It's not a crazy pace game, but it's 22. So I see this guy right here. I'm going to go ahead and down the second guy. And now we're going to go ahead and rotate down. I have 2 people down. There's a third one down below there. So we're going to go ahead and reposition here, try to see what we can find. At this point, here the person running up the stairwell. So I'm going to go ahead and challenge. Let's play aggressive. I'm going to challenge. I'm going to take control of this situation. I was strategic in the sense of my positioning, where I have 2 people down, and I want you to notice that person on the roof, right? I had 2 people down. Now I play aggressive, but I still don't full send that guy. I want him to make a move, and I want to put myself in a good spot. And what you see here is as you start to become, as for me at least, being and playing strategically aggressive allows me to 1v2, 1v3, and 1v4 situations. I play a little bit more patient. I reposition. And one thing I do want to say in terms of, you know, our aim, and I want to talk about this situation right here. Boom, 1 down, 2 down. Unfortunately, because we didn't have a UAV up, I do get third-partied here. So I get shot in the back. We didn't have a UAV up. I didn't know that that guy was there. That's okay. I'm going to fast forward to where I come back in. I do want to talk about this, though. Even when you are playing strategically aggressive, this is a gameplay strategy, right? This is how we determine who to push. You still have to execute well. You still have to hit your shots. You still have to move well. You still have to reposition. You still have to, you know, put yourself in good positions with cover. This really checks that 4th box, that 4th pillar that I talk about, which is our gameplay strategy. So I'm going to go ahead and get this guy rotating in. Boom, he's down. And I want to, again, highlight this situation. This is a situation where, you know, this wasn't the smartest play. This is where, guys, I do like to be transparent with you. Not every game's going to be perfect. I knew there were 3 in Grandma's house, right? I'll show you in a second how I know there's 3 in Grandma's house. There you go. Now you see there's 3 in Grandma's house. So I just decided to full send this, right? That is not being strategically aggressive. There's no strategy here. This is straight aggressive, and this is probably what a lot of people do, or a lot of people just don't push this in general and just kind of totally walk away from it. You can still push this. You can still put yourself in a good position. This was not a good position to put myself in. We ultimately end up being okay. I get 1 there, but I know there's 3 people. I just full sent that guy. Did not care at all about the other teammates. Obviously, I Speak Terp comes in clutch here, is able to get those 2 kills. He's going to res me. We're going to rotate over to the next fight here. But again, notice that was just aggressive. There was no strategy. This one is a great sense of strategic aggressiveness and really how it plays out here. I see this person out in the open, right? So let's go ahead and take care of that person. I execute. I hit all my shots. We're good to go. Now, I see a bunch of people over here. Notice this guy, right? This is the one I want to highlight right here. Notice how separated he is from his team. Now, I know his teammates are not far behind him, and based on where this area of the map is, they're actually closer together than you would anticipate, or they're actually covering for each other better than you would anticipate. But this guy's out in the open, so right now, or he's separated from his team. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for easy kills, people that are separated from their team. He gets out in the open right there. He's down. But now, no, I'm not going to full send this. I know there's still 2 others, and right now, if I were to push up here, I have absolutely no cover. It's a very dangerous spot to be in. So I'm actually going to peek this. I catch this person right here. Now I have 2 down. Now I'm going to go ahead and push up here. I'm going to push up with the amp, and I actually end up playing this again. I was a little bit all over the place this game. That person selfed, and this is where movement comes into play. This is still an execution aspect. The 3rd guy had jumped down, but he self-revived. I'm going to go ahead and get 2 kills here. And we're going to, again, talk about positioning, talk about strategic aggressiveness here. I'm aggressive. I know there's people down the hill. They have to rotate in from circle. There's about 30 seconds. So watch how I play this aggressive, putting myself in a good spot. By the way, 17 kills. Haven't done a whole lot. Again, it's been easy. I see people down the hill. I don't have self-revive. So the one thing I can't do is to go down here. I need to be strategic about how I play this fight. And this is free kills, right? This is multiple kills down there that I can get just by holding them out of circle and ultimately hitting my shot. So I'm going to go ahead and push up here, right there. I'm aggressive. That's another kill. There's one to my right here that I see that I can hold out of circle. Another easy kill here just by being strategic. Putting myself in a good spot, not over anticipating or not overplaying, not being too aggressive there. I had no reason to push that. That's just a free kill. So now we're going to rotate over to control. Again, I told you that I haven't been playing control well. Okay, well, end circle finishes here, so I have no choice but to play control. Early game, mid game, you can kind of choose where you want to fight and play a little bit more strategic there. Also, I always talk about cash flow, how important it is. A huge aspect of strategic aggressiveness is going to be keeping UAVs up for as much of the game as possible. This is going to allow you to understand where people are, understand who you should be pushing, and really understand how you want to approach that fight. So, I know there's people up here. Strategically, right? I don't have to play this aggressive. I'm in a good spot. I have cover to my left. I'm playing aggressive, though. I'm putting myself in a situation where I can get kills. So I'm going to go ahead and wait, see what happens. I see the one back there. Now, as I shoot, this guy turns the corner. Perfect timing there. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of use my cover to my advantage. If this person peeks here, I can obviously get shots. If things don't go well, I jump down. So I'm going to go ahead and slide around the corner here. I get a late jump on that guy, but we're able to hit the shots with the amp. Now I see that there's kind of, I think that's 2 people. So there's one that's down here and then one down below as well. So I'm going to go ahead and plate up here. Obviously, I have my teammate with me. I'm going to go ahead and get that thirst. Now we have 21 kills with 10 up, so we're on a really good game here. This game ends up slowing down a lot. It does, this late game. Now, I know there's one over this way. We're going to go ahead and peek left real quick. See if we can see anything. Now I hear him. Boom. I anticipate. I'm ready to go. I execute. I hit my shots. Use movement to my advantage. Obviously centered well on that stairwell. It's one of my favorite stairwells to center on because it gives you such an advantage. And you're just kind of seeing me fast forward how we kind of play this. We're not really sure where these people are. Again, strategic aggressiveness. I'm not totally sure where they are. So I ended up not pushing that. That's what I'll tell you. I ended up not pushing that. At this point, Fresh gets 1. We know the last one is down below in 10, so we're going to go ahead and full send this. He gets that last one. And guys, that's how you see how I drop 22 kills and 8,000 damage game. Just by being strategic about who I push. Putting myself in situations where I'm ready to fight around people, but being strategic about how I do it. Play to your strengths. If your strengths aren't close up, don't play that way. Ultimately, I hope you found today's video helpful. Go implement this. Be the leader on your team. Be the one that calls out stuff in terms of being strategically aggressive. Let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.